The United States has launched what it described as powerful military strikes against Iran after 3 commercial vessels were attacked while transiting the strategically important Strait of Hormuz. The operation marks a major escalation in tensions between the two nations and threatens to derail the interim agreement that had temporarily halted hostilities and reopened diplomatic negotiations. Well, according to the US Central Command, or also known as CENTCOM, the strikes were carried out in order to impose heavy cost on Iran for targeting commercial shipping and innocent civilian crews in international waters. In a statement posted on X, CENTCOM said that Iran's actions were unwarranted, dangerous, and a clear violation of the ceasefire. The US military said that the operation specifically targeted Iranian air defense systems, coastal surveillance sites, surface-to-air missile batteries, anti-ship cruise missile launchers, drone launch facilities, military command centers, and key port infrastructure. Soon after the strikes began, multiple explosions were reported across southern Iran. Iranian state media confirmed blasts near Bandar Abbas, Sirik, and Keshma Island, while local reports said that commercial and fishing piers were hit. Although Tehran acknowledged the attacks, it did not immediately disclose the extent of the damage or any casualties. The military action came just hours after 3 commercial ships were struck by projectiles while passing through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's busiest oil shipping routes. Washington blamed Iran for the attacks, calling them an unacceptable act of aggression against international shipping. US officials maintain that these strikes were intended to deter further attacks and protect freedom of navigation in the Gulf. Alongside the military operation, the United States revoked a license that had temporarily allowed the production and sale of Iranian oil under the recently signed Memorandum of Understanding between the two nations. The waiver had been part of an interim agreement aimed at reducing tensions, reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and creating conditions for broader negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. US officials said that Iran's actions in the strait made it impossible to continue providing sanctions relief. Iran strongly condemned both the military strikes and the cancellation of the oil waiver. Deputy Foreign Minister Qasem accused Washington of violating the Memorandum of Understanding and warned that Iran would take decisive measures in order to defend its national interest. Parliament Speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf also vowed that Iran would not bow to pressure, declaring that the era of bullying and extortion is over. Iran's Central Military Command later warned that it would respond decisively to what it described as an act of aggression. Well, the ISRGC claimed it had launched missiles and drones targeting dozens of US military facilities in Bahrain and Kuwait, including a US Navy headquarters and an American air base. Independent verification of the reported retaliatory attacks has not yet been confirmed, and the renewed confrontation has raised fresh concerns about the stability in the Middle East. The Strait of Hormuz handles a significant portion of the world's oil exports, making any disruption to shipping a major concern for global energy markets. And with both Washington and Tehran exchanging military action and diplomatic accusations, hopes for a lasting peace agreement have suffered a serious setback, increasing fears that the region could once again slide into a broader conflict. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.